Repair Clinic makes fixing things easy, with millions of replacement parts available on our website and the help you need to do the repair yourself. Since we encourage you to perform this repair safely, a warning icon will appear when you should use caution. Because of the high voltage and high current used by microwave ovens, be aware that repairing this appliance poses a substantial risk for injury or death if precautions are not taken. We recommend that only experienced professionals access and replace the Magnetron sensor. You should always shut off the power supply to the microwave oven before you attempt any disassembly. To reach the Magnetron sensor, you will need to remove the appliance from the cabinet. Open the oven door and remove any racks from the oven, along with the turntable and support. Now use a Phillips head screwdriver to unthread the two screws, securing the mounting flanges to the cabinet. Remove the washers as well, if still intact. Now have an assistant help you to pull the appliance out of the cabinet and set it on a sturdy surface. Be aware that if the conduit cable is not long enough to move the microwave oven, you will need to disconnect the power and grounding wires and remove the conduit cable from the junction box. Use the Phillips head screwdriver or a 1/4-inch nut driver to unthread the 4 screws securing the top access panel. Lift the panel up, then slide forward to remove. Use a small flathead screwdriver to depress the retaining tabs to help detach the inverter board vent cover. You'll need to unthread the screw to release the thin metal retainer to fully remove the cover. Now unthread all of the screws securing the right side panel. Detach the panel. With the panel removed, you can use a T20 Torx bit to unthread the 4 Magnetron mounting screws. To fully remove the Magnetron, you will need to detach the cavity vent assembly. To do this, first pull the front and side retaining tabs back to release the main control board and move it out of the way. Detach the retaining spring and lift out the light bulb. Next, unthread the screws securing the power supply board mounting plate. Move the plate and board out of the way. Disconnect the communication wire from the user interface board. Rotate the vent damper actuator clockwise to detach it from the vent assembly. You can now unthread the screws securing the cavity vent assembly. Set the assembly aside. Disconnect the wire connector from the Magnetron. Now turn the Magnetron over. Note the location of the sensor, then use a T10 Torx bit to unthread the screw to release the sensor. Disconnect the sensor wire from the main control board to fully remove. Install the new Magnetron sensor by connecting the wire to the control board. Secure the sensor to the Magnetron with the screw. Before remounting the Magnetron, inspect the gasket for damage. If the gasket is frayed or burnt, you should replace the Magnetron with a new one. Insert the Magnetron antenna into the waveguide as you position the component on the mounting plate. Thread and tighten the 4 mounting screws to secure. Position the sensor wire in the notch under the vent cover base. Reconnect the Magnetron wire connector. Reposition the cavity vent assembly. Thread the screws to secure. Make sure the switch wires are secured in the vent assembly notch. Reinsert the vent damper actuator into the vent assembly and rotate counterclockwise to lock it into place. Reconnect the communication wire to the user interface board. Realign the power supply board mounting plate and secure it with the screws. Reinsert the light bulb into the hole and secure it with the retaining spring. Replace the main control board by first positioning the rear edge under the tabs, then secure the board under the front and side tabs. Realign the side panel and replace the screws. Reposition the vent cover and snap it into position. Insert the retainer through the rear panel and thread the screw to hold it in place. Replace the top access panel by inserting the rear edge first. Secure it with the screws. Return the microwave oven to the cabinet and push it into position. Insert the washers into the holes in the flanges. Then thread the 2 screws to secure the flanges to the cabinet. Replace the support and align the turntable on the coupling. With the repair completed, turn the power supply back on, and the microwave oven should be ready for use. At Repair Clinic, we make fixing things easy. Thank you for supporting the production of these videos by purchasing your parts from our website.